Non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, on anthem we sing. Zero holders.
Good morning, guys. Happy Monday to you. Man, a brand new week. Feels a little something out there. I don't know what it is, but a little something. Feeling slow out there, you know? Feels like people just kind of sitting back and waiting for some things to develop this week. As am I, to be totally honest. Mike and Dead, good morning, guys. Okay, so a quick heads up. I've definitely been mentioning... English, this is a Spaces, by the way. Like, as of right now. I didn't promote it, really, but it's a Spaces. It's on the Huda_idiot account. So a heads up, that's actually what I want to lead off with. Changes are starting as of right now. As of right now, although it's going to change again tomorrow, okay? So like this weekend... This morning update is going to be streamed over on X as a Twitter Spaces, right? But it's going to be moving away from this account here. So if you're watching over on Inside NFTs on YouTube, okay, this morning update is not going to be on this channel here, probably starting tomorrow, all right? So this morning update is going to move over to Slam X, right? Slam X is where I've been doing that morning Chain Reactor show, okay? These are going to get sandwiched together. Morning update, Chain Reactor, all one show. And it's going to happen an hour later than this one happens. So let me see. What's now? 8 a.m. Eastern Time. The show is going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And again, it's the two shows combined. I'm trying to think if there's any other like details, logistics anybody needs to know. But the video will stream on the YouTube side. And it will also stream on the Slam X account on X. The Spaces will actually happen on the Crypto Slam X account. So just be aware that's where things are happening. This channel, though, this is my baby, right? This channel on YouTube is not going to die. In fact, I'm probably going to go live more often. So as there's breaking news or stories or topics or anything happening throughout the day, I think I'm going to fire this thing off and just go live and break those down and react to those live. Kind of get back to the core of what this channel was supposed to be and truthfully is, but quick little, I don't know, 2, 3, 5 minute info dumps, right? Perspectives, insights on those specific topics. And again, I think that's what that's going to move to. It keeps Inside NFTs rocking. So just a heads up about what's coming. I think that change is coming tomorrow. So be aware. I'll tweet it out so you guys have details too, okay? Guys, if you're listening over on X on these Spaces, just so you're aware, this is also a show over on YouTube and also on the Inside NFTs X account. So just a heads up, there's a video side of this too. There's also the Spaces side like some of you guys are seeing. Anyway, it's changing. Stay tuned. And while we're at it, guys, smash the like. Make sure you're subscribed here to Inside NFTs. Let's get to it, guys, starting with some big happenings this week and even kicking it off with something I actually got wrong yesterday. Got the date wrong. The Trump-Harris debate. Guys, it's actually tomorrow. I thought this was Thursday. It's tomorrow. It is a big deal. I'm hoping we're going to hear some takes on their crypto policies. I don't think it'll happen. But really what I'm focused on is Polymarket. I love the platform. You hear me gushing about it all the time. I like it. It gives us a little gamified experience during those big old events. So that's the first thing circled on my calendar here today, and it's happening 2 days earlier than I initially thought. So looking forward to that. Now on Wednesday here in the States, we have CPI readings. On Thursday, we have PPI. And then we also have jobless claims, some numbers surrounding that coming on Thursday too. So an interesting week of numbers that will impact this market, guys. That will. But the big market impacting event is happening next week. Next Wednesday, where is that? Here we go. Next Wednesday, when we do get those interest rate cuts, finally, that could be the moment that really sends this market. Fingers crossed, don't know. But a whole lot of hopium out there right now. Looking at the crypto market here, you can see Bitcoin just over 55,000. Looking okay. Looking all right. I think we've maybe bottomed for now, although I see people with an opposite take and think we're going to retest some more recent lows. We'll see. ETH at 2,300. Solana at $130. I like looking at something like this for perspective, guys. Just zooming out, we are 103% up from this time last year. So while things don't feel really fantastic right now, all things considered, we're actually cooking pretty well here, guys. Now, some of my commentary I normally do on this show, I'm saving for Chain Reactor because I'm actually going to do this exact segment all over again just to prepare for this change. So I'm going to save some of my thoughts for that show that normally I'd be diving into now. With that said, looking at the ETFs, starting with Bitcoin, 170 mil in outflows on Friday. Terrible week for outflows. Not a single day of inflows last week, so not fantastic. Still wondering why that doesn't really affect the price of Bitcoin. We know now. Actually, we've known for a few months, but we're going to get into that on Chain Reactor. The ETH ETFs, 6 million in outflows. So again, nothing in the positive last week across any of those crypto ETFs. I don't know. It is what it is. On the NFT side, though, guys, 7.7 million in cross-chain sales yesterday. Dude, ugly day for NFT sales. The single worst day of NFT sales since October 14th of last year, guys. 7.6 million then, 7.7 million yesterday. The weekly numbers don't look any better. Also about a 1-year low there. I think we were at 77 mil. I think 71 mil. I don't want to get into the weekly stuff here again. Good for Chain Reactor, but just know also basically a year low in the weekly sales volume. So not great here. Unique sellers, though, yesterday actually up as were buyers. Total transactions down. And then trade profits. Hey, Saturday was awesome. First day of profits in the positive in a few weeks at 100,000 in the positive. Yesterday, right back on track with over 500,000 in the negative. And you see today starting the day in the negative too, 353,000 in the negative. Not as bad as we're used to, though, so certainly feels like we're actually rounding a corner here, and people are starting to make some money on their trades. I dig it. Top collections move in this market here in the past 24 hours. Luxa Marathoner from BNB at the number 1 spot. Almost 500,000 in sales there, followed by Guild of Guardian Heroes, CryptoPunks, Sorare, Bitcoin Puppets, Node Monks, Fantasy Top, Paraloony on BNB as well. BNB's got almost 3 collections in the top 10. You see at number 11, we have Luxa Runner. You don't see BNB cooking like this often. And honestly, really, guys, it's a sign of low volume, the fact that these projects are showing so high. Anyway, at number 9, we have Dozuki, and DeGods rounds out your top 10. Top sale in the past 24 hours is Punk number 3461, selling for 34.99 ETH, guys. That's $79,000. So decent Punk sale there. And then are we back? We're always checking the Crypto Slam NFT index, and in the past 24 hours, hell no. We're down 0.3% here. Again, that's the 24-hour period. In the past 7 days, down 0.59%. That's not bad. I'll tell you this. Usually we're seeing the 7-day index down 2, 3, 4%, so down just about 0.5%. Not so bad. Again, I do think we're starting to head in the right direction here. When we see this turn green, I don't know, but I feel like it's not far off. You know, maybe something like Pudgy Puppets. I don't know if you guys are in that collection or if it was on your radar. Maybe that's a little sign. As were these awesome mints over the past few weeks. I'll keep pointing to the CryptoKitties eggs, right? I'll point to that. I'll point to that Pnux or Punks derivative collection on base. I'll point to those as evidence that maybe things are turning around. And again, Pudgy Puppets, maybe another great example of that. These things rip into a 0.126 floor over on ETH. Cool little derivative collection that's been around for months, and at this point, the fact that it's cooking might be a sign of where we're heading. Now, the flip side of that is some people, man, still getting wrecked in this market. Cyrus pointing out that a certain lender out there, lended a whole bunch of ETH. How much total? I don't know the total ETH here, but if you're looking here on the video stream, you can see this man lost, dozens of ETH, if not more. Well, ultimately, I think a $500,000 loss is what Cyrus is pointing out. This guy gave out loans on Chromie Squiggles at 7 ETH. And at last check, it was a 4 ETH floor on those. And also on 340 plus friendship bracelets. At the time, those were 0.45 ETH, now at 0.02. So huge losses there. That's just pointing to a majority of the NFT ecosystem not up. In fact, well down from months ago, a year ago. Not looking great. Again, I do feel like a turnaround's coming. All right, let's get to some bullet points and stories in the past, few days here. Some of this is from late last week, but we didn't hit it in our market update. I think you got to say that the decentralized story is the biggest story. We've already talked about this quite a bit over the past few days. I'm not going to get into it here. I am again on Chain Reactor, but just putting this out there if you've not seen it, the Cyberkong's decentralized. Well, they're no longer going to support it, handing this over entirely to the community and stating they're not going to build anymore. No more PFPs, no more innovations for Rune. For the Rune, I'll say this, as of now, if an opportunity comes up down the road, they can revisit it. They've got the assets they can play with, but it's not on their roadmap. It's not something they're focusing on here going forward. Now, you do have some people stepping up and saying they want to take control. They want to be the ones pushing decentralized forward. You got the Mutable Trees collection, the project founder, I think that's Mike, stating he wants to be the shepherd for decentralized. I like that. I think that's a good guy, technical guy. But you got other people also trying to attach their name to decentralized. Someone called Oasis also saying they're going to take that decentralized rune. They're going to make it part of their project, part of their roadmap. I'll tell you what, this actually proves that the CyberKong's direction, that their plan was correct. Give this to the community. Let them do whatever they want with it. I think we're going to see it was probably the right decision, just really, really tough in the short term here. And we'll end the runes discussion with maybe a good story here, something a little positive, and that is that the dog rune, I think y'all know and love that one, hitting an all-time high in holders, over 87,000 now, although I'm looking at this tweet. I feel like we've seen it over there before, but I'll take this guy's word for it. All-time high holders. Love it. Pudgy Penguins had a cool update here in the past few days, guys. A Soulbound token to anybody that's holding their Pudgy, I guess, for 1,000 days. I think that's what the Soulbound is. I just like that Pudgies do this, and it's not the first time. 1 year anniversary, they also gave a Soulbound token to Pudgy holders. Again, I love it. I love rewarding the community because you never know, guys, what they might do to reward those holders in the future. You never know, and especially with Soulbounds, can't trade them. Stuck in your wallet, that piece of provenance is always there. I love it, and I absolutely think these guys one day, special kind of reward for those certain people, certain badges. I dig it. By the way, starting to be more talk about Pudgy World out there, so just a heads up, we don't have details now, but I do think we're going to get some in the very near future. We do know it's a web-based game. We know it's got some pretty broad appeal here, so that's going to be a core part of the Pudgy Penguins' future. Of course, details on that we'll be talking about as they drop. Doodles had a big week, too, on Friday, especially with the premiere of Dolesville and the Doodleverse. That's their new animation short, premiered at the Toronto Film Festival. Great reception. I hear people loved it. Of course, it looks awesome. The animation's great. They've got all these big A-list celebrities that are involved, especially on the music side, guys. And so to that point, guys, they dropped a music video to the public on Friday. The, what is it, Lil Wayne, who is it? Lil Yachty, new song. So that dropped Friday as well. Doodles, like, really making the news here. So love to see it. And certainly got to take note that it's IP plays that are working here. Strong IP, native Web3 IP. Those are the things that are going to win here going forward. Short term, we do have a winner here that's arriving probably today. This is the new Magma blockchain coming from Polly. That's right, Polly. You may not see him on X much, but he actually is still there under the Neil Armstrong account. Okay, so we knew that the Pond OX deck or Pond 0x decks, we knew there was going to be mining coming to that platform. We knew he was working on a blockchain as well. We didn't know the blockchain was coming now. We thought that was down the road, but no, it does sound like the blockchain actually is going to launch today as well. And you heard me right. This is launching today. So blockchain, mining, rewards, all going live here in about 12 hours at this point. I will certainly keep you updated on that because I'm in it. I'm invested. I will be mining. I paid for Pro. I can't wait. It's a hell of a platform. So excited about that. FriendTech, guys. FriendTech rugged. FriendTech actually finally rugged, if you want to call it that. Maybe you call it that they tried and it didn't work. It's similar to what CyberKong's did. Difference is Kong's was all free. Was this free too? No, I guess you had to pay for those keys. I don't know. I don't know how to think through this right now, but TLDR, their FriendTech is no more. They transferred the control of their contract address to the null address, so it's over, I think, officially now. What's coming up this week, guys? I can tell you this, some spicy stuff, okay? Orangey putting out there, and we're going to see a lot of this, by the way, going forward. Having a little insight into this behind the scenes, there's a lot of guys out there who've invested a lot of money in projects and platforms that promise tokens. And a lot of those have not materialized yet. And a lot of these guys who invested are getting a little impatient here. So you have Orangey stating he invested in 2 KOL rounds, 2 very big named games, and I'm really curious what they are. But one of them totally ghosting him, and the other one just not helping him get his tokens, even though the platform game seems to be live. Is he going to make it public? Man, I think some of these guys are going to start going public. I think things are going to get really spicy. Could this blow up the whole Web3 gaming narrative? I think that whole narrative is kind of shaky. Not that I don't think Web3 gaming is going to be huge, but value, I think, is going to be watered down across so many games. Anyway, what kind of damage could that do? How spicy does it get? I Can't wait to find out. But the spiciest topic is coming today, guys. This is going to be on our buddy English's show, the Ordinals Drama Fest. That's going to be on, what the hell's the name of your show, English, if you're even here? The Ordinal show? I can't remember the name of your show. I'm so sorry, dude. But, man, okay, I know my show is going to be live at the same time. You probably want to at least check in on this thing. I'll probably stream part of it during my show in the afternoon, too. Spicy stuff. It's good things. It's Polymarket. It's, or Polymath, whatever the fuck. It's my buddy English. Head-to-head against freaking Leonidas from Dog, okay? There's a lot of beef here. There's a lot of accusations. These boys going to war on spaces. All for our entertainment, I think. I don't know, but I'm tuning in for sure. I'm checking that out. You probably want to do the same thing, guys. There you have it, fam. There is your update. Okay, with those changes coming, make sure you're following me on X so you're up to date on what is happening and where and when and all that good stuff. You can find me at Huda_idiot. And then, of course, I'll be live at 10 a.m. Eastern time this morning. That's over on SlamXIO over on X. And it's SlamX Official on YouTube, guys. All right, let's check some comments. By the way, what is it? It's September, second week of September. Thinking what other things are going on this week, like NFT mint-wise. I don't know when those Taproot witches are minting. I don't know. I'll check on that and get back to you all about that. Cats GM, sir. China, great seeing you, man. Mike Bennett, dead. Agree. I think it was the only move. It was like, again, people are so demanding. It's like, guys, we're out. Messaging was a problem, I think. Resiak, good morning. DeYank, good morning, sir. What do you think this means for us who are still waiting for the Pond 0x test reward? I don't think it launches till you get that reward, Choina. That's my gut feeling, is that I think there's not a lot left. I'm curious what number you are, by the way. But I have a feeling they're expecting it to all get paid out or those test transactions sent before it goes live. So they must feel pretty confident. I'm sure they also don't give a shit about delaying a little bit, too. So we'll see. Good luck, though. And DJ and Hulk, good morning, sir. All right, fam. I think we'll wrap there. We hit our 15 minutes. We're at 16, almost 17. Yeah, we're over. But appreciate you guys joining, man. Always appreciate you showing up and hanging. We'll be live in, an hour and a half here? It's going to be a bit of a repeat, although since it will be a Spaces, guys, if you want to come up and chat, come up and chat. We'll draw it all out, but I'm going to run through all the bullet points just like this. It's good practice for what the show's turning into. So if it sounds like a lot of repeated stuff, it's going to be... but we'll have a much deeper conversation. So looking forward to that. Guys, I'll see you in a bit. Have a great morning. Peace.